In this video, you'll see how to add a new class to your object detection model and initiate a retraining. Two horses have started visiting the watering hole, and the model is clearly confused about what they are. Maybe an ostrich? Maybe a gnu? The confusion is understandable because horse was not one of the classes provided when the model was trained. Let's remedy this situation. Here, you see me working in the deploy area, selecting a few images containing the horses. These are images that have been sent for inference via LandingEdge. Scrolling up to the top, I can add these images to build. In the build area, I can now label these new images. Before I label the horses, I'll need to create a new class for them. Let's call that class horse and assign it the orange color. Then I'll draw bounding boxes around the horse, but also the other animals in the image. I decided to do all of the horses in a batch while I had the orange tool selected, but now I'll go through and label the other animals that were also in these images. So far, so good. Let's see how many horses we have compared to some of our other categories. 16. I'm going to go grab a couple more, and I know I have some pictures of horses at night as well, and I think those are going to help the model. I return to the deploy area and again look at all the images that have come through LandingEdge. There's over 3,000 at this point. Here's two horse at night pictures. I know I want those. And here's a few images of the horses standing in alternate parts of the picture and drinking. In our data-centric approach, it's not necessary to have an excess number of horses, but we do want horses in different positions and displaying different behaviors. Let's add those images to build and go label 5 more. As I'm looking at the images, I'm seeing several other improvements that I'd like to make, but to complete this demonstration, let's go ahead and retrain the model, having just added the horse class and added labels of horses. All right, modeling is finished, and let's look at the newest addition to our table. I'll navigate to the performance report and focus on the horses. I'm not seeing any horses in false negatives or false positives. There are some correct predictions of horses down here at the bottom. Let's take a look at a couple of those. That all looks pretty good. Even though we only had 2 pictures of horses at night, it did get that one correct. In the development set, there are also multiple correct predictions. And there's 1 false negative. Let's take a look at this. The ground truth says there's 2 horses, and the prediction is that there's 1 horse. And you know, I'm okay with that given that the horses are overlapping and we've only labeled a couple of them so far. Thanks for tuning in, and you should now have the skills you need to add a new class in an object detection model in LandingLens.